Well, the Arkansas Division of Environmental Quality is proposing changes to the state's surface water quality standards. It's a move that supporters say will make waterways safer for Arkansas's people and its wildlife. Here's Channel 7's Andrew Mobley.
The Clean Water Act is the country's primary law regulating water pollution. Every 3 years, states are required to review their water quality standards to determine if any modifications are appropriate, and this year, it looks like they may be doing some catching up.
Big changes could be coming to Arkansas's water quality rules. ADEQ is proposing stricter limits on cadmium, a toxic heavy metal, bringing standards in line with federal guidelines set back in 2016. Right now, Arkansas is still using much older criteria from 1986. Another change would expand the swimming season, where water quality is more closely monitored. That season currently runs through the summer, but under the proposal, it would now include April and October. ADEQ also wants to start regulating 5 more toxic chemicals, including benzene and phenol, substances known to cause cancer and damage to vital organs. On top of that, the state plans to place stricter limits on several other toxic substances already on the books. These changes aim to protect not just people, but aquatic life as well.
There are a number of waterways in Arkansas that are designated extraordinary resource water. One of the reasons that some of them are designated, as ecologically sensitive or extraordinary resource waters is because of the critters that are there.
But further capping pollution in Arkansas's waterways isn't a simple proposition. ADEQ acknowledged that its proposed amendments could have financial implications for certain entities, such as industries and municipalities, which may face stricter requirements when obtaining permits to discharge pollutants into waterways. These permits include limits, monitoring, and reporting obligations to protect water quality and human health. However, there are concerns about the feasibility of meeting the new standards.
So we need to kind of look at not just the policy, but the consequences of the implementation of rules and regulations. Financial impact is one of those things.
The state legislature's Public Health Committee postponed discussion of the 300-page water quality amendments due to their significance and plans to hold a dedicated meeting on ADEQ's proposals in June or July.
Let's really review, let's really examine the policies and make sure that we're progressing as we should, as for what we believe the majority of Arkansans would desire.
I was going to be cute and drink water from the Arkansas River to put everything in perspective, but reading ADEQ reports scared me straight. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
Andrew, thanks very much. If you would like to read ADEQ's proposed amendments to the Arkansas Water Quality Standards, you can find them on KATV.com.